we don't never get to say our preferences and that's just it. But y'all always got some kind of hypocrisy and comeback for y'all preferences, but ours are always wrong. And
Yep.
I'm really getting tired of the double standards, man, because in real life it
Facts.
really don't be like that. But on this show, y'all
Facts. Facts. These girls are not like that in real life, bro. What she said, what she said was great. Her mindset seems like it might be pretty good. Actually, even her, she said some good stuff. She's a stripper, but you know. But like these other girls, they're just what are y'all? What is wrong with you? Y'all ain't making no sense. Facts. Y'all not like that in real life, man. Knock it off.
man, because in real life it really don't be like that. But on this
Facts.
show, y'all really be playing like that. It's
Yeah.
not cool.
Okay.
Okay, do you like to dance?
Yes, I love to dance. I'm a dancer.
You,
I'm an
I've
exotic
dated a
dancer.
lot of dancers.
Really?
Yeah, I've dated a lot of dancers. Yeah,
Okay, so you don't have no problem with that.
I think I'm good with a young lady right there.
Come on, Tiffany. Come on.
Y'all know what that means? That means he smacked a whole bunch of strippers. That's what it sounds like to. That's what it sounds. That's what he basically what he just said. He smacked it. He said, "I've been with a lot of dancers." Yeah, he being a stripper. Look at him. He a menace. Hey, bro, a menace. Bro, he in his menace era, yo. His character arc is crazy. All right, let's check this out.
Come
Yo.
on up.
For my part, my only person that asked me in my family about it,
I actually didn't even watch the catch up.
I think one of my cousins or somebody was like, "Hey, did you know she was a exotic dancer?" And I was like, "I didn't know actually." And we talked about it. Like we talked at the same time when she said it.
Yeah,
Like
I
when she said
figured.
dancer, I dated a lot of dancers, but then like when she said exotic dancer, I was like talking. If I would have heard that, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I would have popped. Maybe.
He thought she
Oh
was ballet.
shoot! What? Hold on. What was he talking? Hold on. I didn't even watch the catch up.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, I love to dance. I'm a dancer.
You
I'm an
I've
exotic
dated a
dancer.
lot of dancers.
Really?
Oh shoot! He was talking. He ain't even. Oh, he missed that. Dang.
We talked at the same time. Said exotic dancer, I was like,
Oh, she saw.
said dancer.
Oh,
I dated a lot of dancers, but then like when she said
she saw. Stop stripping then. I mean, what was? I can't say that, but like, dang, how did you? What are you doing? That's is she? Ah,
exotic
boy,
dancer,
stop stripping. Like, apply to some jobs. You know, you do. I don't know. Yeah, I figure you gotta get out of that profession. That's not going to help you. That is only going to hurt you in the long run.
I was like
She salt.
talking.
Dang.
If I would have heard that, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I would have popped. Maybe.
He thought she was ballet dancer.
Hey. All right, so let's start with Tiffany. So Tiffany, as we saw, he
Ballet.
said maybe if he would have heard it, he would have popped. So how does your profession like affect your dating life?
There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to exotic dancers. I use the term exotic dancer because I work in gentlemen's clubs. A lot of people don't know the difference between gentlemen's clubs and strip clubs. Strip clubs, you're fully nude. You're on your feet all the time. Gentlemen's clubs is mostly just topless, and you're talking to men a lot. You're
You notice how it still didn't sound good. It still sounded like somewhere where you wouldn't want your daughter to work. Yeah. You should do everything you can to change your profession. That is not somewhere where a wife would be. It's just
not really dancing.
Okay.
So it's just the nuances. Like it's a lot of nuances to it. So I feel like people that I've tried to date in the past, they always have preconceived notions about me, and you're not really going to know who I am unless you give me a chance. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
they're not going to give you a chance. I'm just going to. That's just the reality. We're not going to give you a chance. Sorry. I I can't do nothing about it. I can't change that. Because I also would not give, I'm not going to lie. I also wouldn't give you I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. you know. And she said some really good stuff on the show. She really did. You need to change your profession. You need to change your profession. She doesn't sound like she's a bonehead, right? She sounds like she has a. I think she. I've been paying attention. I heard her say some good stuff. You need to get out of that environment, though. That environment is not good for you. It's not good for your future. It's not even good for the people around you. The people who you keep around you, it's not even good for them. You got to get out of that environment.
So, how would you say it's affected your past relationships, or even if you bring it up to someone you're just
I mean,
meeting?
I was in a long-term relationship. It was just I didn't get married, so I left. Like, I'm not getting any younger. I'm only
Right.
getting
You were with a guy who wouldn't marry you. Why would he not marry you? Probably because of some of the side effects that come with being in that type of environment. You want to surround yourself with people who. I'm not gonna give y'all the whole. Y'all get it.
older. So it's just like, if you're not getting something out of your situation, you should move on.
You should move on from being a stripper. If you're not getting anything out of being an exotic dancer, you should move away from that.
Okay. All right. So, TJ, you said it would have been a maybe pop. Why would it have been a maybe pop?
Because when I first heard her say dancer, I've dated burlesque dancing. I've dated people who done African dancing, Latin dancing, but we talked at the same time. So my stigma towards stripping was stripping. And then I didn't understand that that's what she was doing. And so that's why I said maybe, but then, like I said, I got to know her, and I said she's a very nice human being, and that goes further than my stripper mindset. It goes more into like, who are you as a person? So I think she's a great person. So whether it's a lasting romantic relationship, I think me and Tiffany will be friends forever.
That's good to hear. Any thoughts from anyone on the floor? Cap. Oh, what's Cap?
Someone said Cap.
I was kind of. I think friends forever. I was thinking like friends forever, like what do you mean by that?
Tiffany will be friends forever.
That's good to hear. Any thoughts from anyone on the floor? Cap. What's Cap?
Someone said Cap.
Yeah, Danny did.
I heard something too.
What's Cap? What's
Stand
Cap?
on
mean?
business. Stand on
What do
business.
you
mean
an
by
exotic
that?
dancer?
When she say dancer, I don't know. Maybe it's an Atlanta thing. Somebody say dancer. That's the first thing.
That's universal.
No, it's all
Is dancing
Honestly,
is thing. I mean,
yeah,
it's
you're
not nothing against. I'm talking about-
you're from Atlanta, so when you hear dancer, I know this girl. She worked in the club.
Yeah.
So that's probably what he's saying. Like when you heard dancer, you're thinking of something else. But he heard dancer since he's from like stripper culture, where he's from. That's the first thing that comes to his mind.
Yeah, and I don't gotta prove nothing. The women I dated will tell y'all they weren't strippers; they was dancers.
Okay.
So it is what it is.
And let this be known, this is not the only thing I do. I have a podcast. I have multiple businesses. This is a stepping stone. I believe in investing in myself. So if no one is going to invest in me, I'm going to invest in myself.
And once again,
That's not true. The business isn't in the podcast. You don't do that for a living. I remember that because I called that out when I watched the episode. I said that in the video. I remember. She said, I'm an exotic dancer and I also do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. I use my exotic dancing money to fund my other endeavors. I remember that. That's Cap.
I have multiple businesses. This is a stepping stone. I believe in investing in myself. So if no one is going to invest in me, I'm going to invest in myself.
once again,
That's how I get my money to invest in myself.
And I said in that episode.
That's how I get my money to invest in myself.
And I said in that episode, you shouldn't come at strippers just because they strip, man. Like, she don't want to do that the rest of her life. You can't do that the rest of your life. So, like, her as a person, you probably should get to know beyond that. And so I was able to get to know that basically because I didn't hear it. So my stigma beyond that got expanded, and I thank her for it. Now, like I said, whether it works romantically or not, it still was a judgment that I shouldn't have made because my balloons got popped with people not knowing me.
And it's crazy because the way that we met, I prejudged you, and you didn't get the opportunity to prejudge me because you didn't hear that. And I should have been more delicate with the situation, knowing how much I get prejudged. So yeah, that's why I got my balloon back.
All right, Tiff.
Hey, shout out to her. Shout out to her because she did keep it real. She kept it real. She kept it real. So I gotta give her that. But you gotta get out of the environment. You gotta get out of there, Doc. Man, oh man. She done came on Pop the Balloon and millions of people look at her and they're like, yeah, that's a stripper. That stigma is it kind of gets stuck to you, and that's why you gotta be so careful about the people you surround yourself with, because you get a stigma stuck to you, and it don't even have to be you. It can be like, oh, you might have a friend, and your best friend she works in the office and she has a corporate job, like, she might be married, I don't know, but people will look at you and they'll see your best friend and they gonna be like, oh, her best friend, that might be one of her stripper coworkers. And it's like, no, that she's not a stripper. She has a husband, she got kids, she got an office job. Like, she's a regular working class quality woman. Not saying that she's not quality, but I'm saying you mess up your reputation, and you mess up the reputations of people around you. And that's why men are so careful about who we're willing to smash and who we're gonna make our wife, who we gonna fall in love with. This is my girl, this is my lady. That's you gotta get out of that environment. You gotta leave it.